What's going on, everybody? How y'all feeling? I'm not gonna keep you too long, but bless your heart if you hear me. You have a great day, morning, noon, afternoon, evening, night, all around, everywhere you are. May your health be strong, firm, live a long, prosperous, stable life. Shout out to Star Trek and Spock with the Vulcan sign. Live long and prosper. Shout out to DOC in the building. Shout out to DOC in the building. Not only was he first, but he was first before the... Yo! He was first before the stream launched. Look, it's 2 p.m. where he's at, you know what I'm saying? Man, everywhere, you know, like, see, sometimes you forget perspective. Not him, but me. I forget perspective sometimes. I'm thinking, you know, my time is everyone's time. That's not the time. You know, your time. That's why sometimes time in some circles doesn't exist. You know, we just use it to measure things, right? 'Cause shout out to y'all, man. But something I gotta talk. You know me, man. I don't. With certain things, I don't skip a beat. And I know some people, they care enough to tell me things like, "Yo, Wandell, why you keep talking about this dude?" And I get it, because I have to though. But I get it. Ah, man, I get it, man. I get it, but you know, it is, yeah. Been waiting for you to wake up, bro. I almost had to watch a Trey stream. You saved me. Yo, DOC. Oh, bro. Isn't that crazy? Like, isn't that crazy, bro? Like, it is just when you think you figured something out, meanwhile it's you that's getting played. That's crazy. That's not easy. That's not gonna be easy for many to accept. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it already. Like, people, they won't accept it. They can't, but that's them. You know what I mean? Like, and a tiger does as simple as, you know, a tiger does not change its stripes. This is what I have to remind myself about when it comes to stuff like this. You know, there are people who, I've always learned, yo, bad people are bad people, blah, blah, blah. Bad people do bad things, especially bad people who are just bad people. They just need to listen. Don't even think about them ever seeking redemption, right? And then I think to myself, well, you gotta give people a chance. People grow, people change, yada, yada, yada. But as time passes by, man, It's like giving people the benefit of the doubt. And I'm no judge. You thinking, oh man, maybe this person, has reconciled their personal differences and their demons, and put that to rest, to a point where, right, when they're moving forward, yeah, they do better. And some have, because I can think of prison systems. I can think of individuals who've been incarcerated for doing some nasty deeds, right? And have changed their ways. It's not everybody, though. Not everyone re-enters society from being locked up and changes their ways for the better. Not everyone does that. That's the issue. Some do, many don't. And that's why, and for the amount of attention and work like I've done personally for this trash situation. Oh, now I gotta undo some. Yeah, that's me. No, we're gonna undo my contributions to this fake psyop. We're gonna undo my contributions to this weak. I'm talking about, like, I'm disappointed in myself for what I did, talking about 55. I'm telling you, it's crazy, but it is what it is. A tiger doesn't change his stripes. Because my thing is, you see how you saw trade? I tell you, bro. I don't mean any disrespect when I say this, but trade, bro, like, if he was on the stream, as you say, Doc, as you say, or have shared or something, like you saw him and you almost, because he was talking about a program that since, a platform that just had a hack or whatever. Yo, that's been the history with dude. That's been the history with just getting into stuff that just don't work out. And he's one of the more creative streamers to date. You know what I'm saying? Like, that guy has done things. He created his own lane in a way as far as trade. But when you're talking about aping into, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, look at this new platform. About to ape in. And the same day you contemplating aping in is the same day the rug gets pulled. It's crazy. It's crazy. And on the internet, crypto's like the reverse. Not even. It's like crypto panhandling. The motherfucker got a tin cup. They standing outside some kind of establishment. They're standing outside the streaming. And they're waving their tin cup, plastic cup, paper cup. They're doing a little tap dance for you, telling you, hey, listen, I'll dance a jig for you for just a little bit of your money and time. That's panhandling. Sacrifice, donations, crap like that. Panhandling. They'll promise you some that they'll, to entice you more. Oh, listen, I'll create something for you that's gonna do this, and this for you. All I need is for you to throw me some money. It's BS. It's BS. Doc Lover has been a while. Doc Lover, you want to talk about an update of an update, bro? I listen. It's just you know how to get the sauce. You know how to get the sauce, man. You've been around. I can't give that sauce today as far as like up. The latest, the most I'll say is two things from this week, from the last 2 days. Because crypto moves fast. Some weirdo Better Bank lending platform, had an exploit. And this is the thing about and think about this. And some of your some of, crypto people that have been around, and some people were talking about this Better Bank thing on Pulse Chain. Check this out, yeah. It reminded me of BitConnect in a way. After hearing about it this week, because I didn't look into it, I was seeing Better Bank across Telegram groups. I didn't care about none of that, bro. I was thinking about some Gandiji.io. Bless everybody. Yo, listen, man. Just think about that, because that's the only thing that balanced all the nonsense caca that's going on Pulse Chain, man. Yo, I had a terrible summer, and the only aspect of relief, of glad of anything computer related, was I'm glad these NFT system exists, and all the upgrades that's taking place on Gandiji.io. That's the fact. That's what we doing. That's a blessing. That's the only good thing among the blessings I have in my life, and the blessings haven't been Pulse Chain. Nothing there. I've had a weirdo summer, crazy ass summer. Not bueno, not good. But some of the relief that I got on the internet, and even in real life, is knowing that, somebody here came back and is they're not even trying, but doing their best to bring benevolence, man, into the fore, not lying, not hiding, not pretending. Can't all do it by himself. That's why you need a community to help, community to assist, community to support, community to build for real. Stop talking and lying to the people. Stop talking and stealing from the people. Stop talking and giving double messages. Stop being a hypocrite. Stop being a living contradiction. And having people push the same message in the style that used to happen in BitConnect, in the style that used to happen with arbitraging.co, and the style that used to happen with garbage from the same veins like Nova Chain, Ether Chain, Trash Chain. All these stupid things that happen on Tron Network, and even some of Binance, some of the trash they put on that network, and these other nondescript L1s from years back. People still mimic, they rinse and repeat the same garbage today. Because why? It's effective when you're dealing with people who behave in a gullible way. When people are gullible, it's disgusting when you have some wherewithal about you and you still make mistakes like I have. And fall for the same okie doke, banana in a tailpipe. You should know better. I should know better. I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. Right? Grew up hardship for real. Been around with weird shit that I'm not proud of. And many of us have too. We have our stories, growing up, hardship and everything. And you're gonna fall for a banana in a tailpipe for some nondescript that's on the run? Can't show his grill piece? But he'll tell you got this cargo van to push some electronic dildos around the country with one car, no fleet, just one car, laughing at y'all. It's an embarrassment. What are you talking about? Couldn't get away with this. If it was any other place outside of crypto, dude would be clipped. There would be nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about. But over here, they want to continue to brainwash people. They want to continue to control your mind and control the narrative so that you can feel relaxed. while they panhandle you to death. They're crypto poverty pimps. That's all they're doing. Trying to tug on your emotional strings. And I was a proponent of that shit. I really was. I was. Talking the same brainwashing, diatribe rendition nonsense. Thought I was having fun because I truly was having fun. My intention wasn't to, drive people off a cliff. But I do understand the road to hell was paved with good intentions. So I'm undoing the bad that I've done. That's the mission. That's the purpose. If y'all didn't catch on to that, the last year I'm trying to undo the bullshit that I did to contribute to a person feeling harmed. A person might have even experienced harm, which they have, because I have talked about this with other people, and now they don't even trust what I say. Been talking about Gandhiji down, they're like, yeah, all right, we're not listening to you anymore. Talk about it in real life. We're not listening to you anymore because over the past 4 years, look what happened after we listened to you. Did all this and nothing materialized. People are like, yo, I don't blame them. I look like a fool. I look like I don't even know what I'm talking about. And it's cool because that's almost like the consequences, right? This is what comes with putting yourself out there and talking on the internet. I don't come out here talking about I'm always right, but I'm gonna criticize some shit to death because nobody cares. Because this doesn't pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? Like I have obligations. Grown ass man, doing a lot of things. I just enjoy doing this, man. When I can, I enjoy doing it, and because I've been doing it for years. And thinking that what I'm talking about for the last 3 out of the last 4 years, because last year I just been cooking this motherfucker. Fuck them. Don't care. That's the truth. Because what you did was present an illusion. And people bought into it to the point where they can't see themselves out of it. So I'm trying to undo what I've done on my end. Nobody gonna keep it all the way true like that. You know what I'm saying? Undoing what they did. Who's done that? Me. Who's doing that? Me. Who's gonna continue to do that? Me. Until the master architect of the heavens above and below decides I've had enough. Decides my time's up. That's it. That's it. Because even if I were to stop talking, because a lot of people can't handle the truth. Even if I were to stop, they don't want you to talk. They talk about sell and move on. Listen, man. Even if you behave, listen, man. I'm still staking BitConnect. None of y'all know nothing about that as far as like what I'm even talking about when I say that. Some do, but I'm still staking BitConnect. So you think I'm gonna just sell this nondescript and it's just that? Oh, he's gone. He don't need to talk. Nah, it don't work like that. Now when you stake some coin because you bought into a 55-55 narrative, 15 years and then passed by, BITCH, and then passed by. So what are you talking about? Yeah, it's because the truth hurts, and I love cooking. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. These weirdos that you like called influencers, like seriously, man, because this is weirdo behavior, and it's nothing personal. Because I don't know these fools. Never will meet them. These type of people on that post, it's not even something you would want to even contemplate in your brain. Hell no, not for beneficial, positive reasons. Not gonna meet these people. Not looking for them no more. You know, no, it's not happening. Even though it's crazy, a lot of these shady characters. When I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there. These people are so warped, right? Wicked in every sense of the word. They pretend that your friend smile in your face. Backstabbers in their own way. I expressed to y'all recently This is the time period of the year. This is the time period of the freaking cycle, in my opinion, where the bull cycle is ending. That shouldn't be a surprise. That's how markets operate, right? Cyclical in nature. Sun goes up, gotta go down, right? So if you want to, well, because I don't do technical analysis. That's not my thing. Shout out to y'all who do. That's what you're proficient in, and it has a purpose. It definitely has a purpose. I'm more of a fundamentals type person, but this is not about fundamentals. This is about commentary from what I've observed, right? The last bull markets taught me this. Generally, 6 months after every Bitcoin halving, you see the beginning of the next oncoming bull market. And that oncoming bull market lasts generally, on average, 12 months. Lasts for a year. If you look at last year's Bitcoin halving, when it happened, April, May, 6 months after that, what we dealing with? October, November, what we doing? September, October, November, the fallish, around that period, what we approaching? September, October, November, Right. So we've been in a bull, but we haven't experienced anything bullish. If you're on pulse, only time you experience something bullish if you're on pulse is if you were in an inside group, you launched a coin because you had the exclusive insider style information. You got the heads up of the heads up. Whether you could come into a situation before it gets public and you get paid, right? You snipe in. You got the early scoop. You got the early information. Boom, boom, boom. Before everything gets public, you do what you can to then shit on everybody else that comes after you. That's your bull market. Or you launch a sacrifice. You launch your sacrifice and you got your millions up front. That's another bull market that people don't even acknowledge and really think and comprehend. Let that process in their mind. Even before the chain was launched, people got millions up front. They already caked up. They don't have to think about a 1,000x, a 10,000x. They got theirs up front. Just like they followed the lead. They followed the lead of the creator. They didn't do this on their own. They learned from somewhere. But y'all think somebody that created this, somebody who's on the run because they're on the most wanted list for allegedly beating up a 16-year-old, is absolved of this. Shouldn't be blamed for any of this, right? You want to conveniently take him out of the equation every conversation. You full of shit. All of y'all that do that, full of crap. Who they learn all this stuff from, right? If you're not on the inside group, if you're not doing something nefarious, crazy, you click up with somebody. If you really don't know how to dev and really do something nondescript, where you're just hiding in the shadows, you launch and you developing nothing but absolute caca, right? There are a lot of them out here. And those who want to do good in the world, they put their information out there to show people, hey, listen, this is what you're dealing with. This guy right here has a reputation of launching all types of trash. I've seen it for myself. There's good people in this thing too, But we've been overshadowed by an overwhelming amount of gaggle of fuck-ups who do nothing positive, who want to just continually extract and take and take and take and take. And these motherfuckers want to stay asleep. You're like the sheep being, you're just being raised and grazing bullshit. That's it. Then you want to continue to do that? That's y'all. I don't respect that. I'm not proud of that. That's terrible. When you all going to really wake up for real. For real. I don't care what your strategy is to do whatever. The worst part about this is this. Because people are so desperate because they see. Like I told you, I'm going to bring it back. Come full circle with it. The panhandling is crazy. You see this fall is coming? The period, the cycle ending. It's waning. Oh yeah, it's waning. DG.io, you saved, yo. Let me tell you something, man. Keep doing the good work. May the creator bestow absolute abundance of power, strength, health, and prosperity and stability, among the community. I mean that. May the Creator continuously bestow perseverance, knowledge, wisdom onto the community. Protect from forces of wickedness and evil. Protect from debauchery. Protect from the unconscionable and incorrigible actions of indignant and malevolent forces. Real talk. You got these individuals on Pulse Chain that have nothing better but to conjure up different ways where they can eat off the backs of these mindless, brainless sheep and slaves, right? There's some of your favorite influencers. They've been operating the same way. Y'all just unwilling to see it, right? There's one influencer just recently. This is crazy because this is just, they're following the script. They're following the script because they have to, because otherwise, how are they going to eat? Your founder already locked up most of the hex all late. He effed up. He effed up crazy. You locked most of the hex, for whatever, 15 years. So anybody new who comes in and wants to lock up their hex, guess what? The same interest rates that everybody was getting, the same whatever yield, rewards, whatever you want to call it. They're not gonna be privy to that. Why? We already know the time, the measuring, the bonding curve, things change, right? Early gets the worm. The early bird gets the worm. But it's unfair though when you want to talk about, oh yeah, this is the next thing, this is the thing better than Bitcoin, Bitcoin, and it's not attractive. There ain't no 38% a year of nothing happening right now for anybody new trying to lock up this thing right here. And people not talking about that. They want to give you something about some hex streams, hex day this, day that, right? To brainwash you and rock you to sleep. They want to consistently throw conferences at you to distract you, right? Play this music to keep you somber, to keep you in a mood of fake elation. There's no euphoria. There's nothing for you to feel euphoric about. Better bank, there's nothing for you to be feeling euphoric about anything. And what they do, double, triple, quadruple down on the strategy to rock you to sleep. You got this nondescript person, right, who claims that they've been streaming since the early days of this poor, miserable excuse of some type of community that became worse than a shanty town, right? Because their efforts are not unilateral and they're not positive for everybody to collectively win. No, it's about you versus everybody else over there. That's what it's about. Period. So what this dude does, because he's a panhandler too. You don't think he asked for donation money? You don't think they would sacrifice for some kind of brief to the legal brief? Put all your information on this legal brief and get thousands and thousands of dollars to list a freaking coin on a centralized exchange. The same year the coin was listed is the same year the coin was delisted. And what happened to all your money? What happened to all the efforts? And that just doesn't get highlighted, right? People don't look at that as like, damn, what a grift of a grift. Yeah, it's true. It costs money for you to do these and play ball, play game, pay to play with these centralized exchanges. But this whole thing was about decentralized, right? What are you doing getting listed on something, right? With a group of individuals, third party, no middleman, D and all that, nothing but hypocrisy. It's nothing but hypocrisy. There's nothing real over there, yo. It's really wicked. That's how real it is. It's not consistent. The same person, y'all. I'm not talking about your founder. I'm talking about one of his glazers. The same person. And it's no disrespect. It's just what it is. This is what you are, bro. Like me, I was a proponent for the foolishness. So I get the same equal criticism, and it's what it is, man. I'm my own worst enemy. But I love myself to death too. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing to undo the bad work that I've done. Same person will tell you, yo, the next 6 to 12 months is going to be on and popping. I've never been so more bullish on this chain. The next 6 to 12 months from now. Make it make sense, y'all. No, it already makes sense, because it's a lot of y'all that don't want to believe in the foolishness that these people have been doing to rock you to sleep. You don't want to believe in the truth. You don't want to believe in the reality. The reality is not about feeling bullish for the next 6 to 12 months. The reality is that's a tactic to rock you to sleep, so you don't pay attention to the fact that Pulse Chain is missing out on this cycle of anything bull market related. No, you want to distract the people from understanding that your founder lost. His name is not RH Win, it's RHL. RH Lose. Richard Umar Johnson to the 10th power. You a fool, you're a bumbling idiot, you fucked up, you fumbled the bag. That's what you did, you fumbled the bag. You try to break like you the smartest thing since sliced bread and call everybody idiots, but you begging for cargo vans, joking, playing with everybody's intelligence, playing with and acting like you the smartest thing under the sun. No, it don't work like that. Now you're trying to convince people to espouse some foolishness. Not saying that he's the one that told his flunky to go tell him 6 to 12 months. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, who do you think they follow these things from? When you talk about a campaign, a marketing campaign that's about to be launched, unlike that's ever been seen before, and you're doing that now in a time when the bull market is winding down, what are you trying to do? You cover up your nonsense. You're trying to appease the weak, the mind of the mentally weak. Keep them distracted. Just keep them distracted. Right? The goal has now been extended. Not just this year, because like I said before, if the dude by December, by the end of this year, if you don't see any green candles, if you don't really see anything rewards remotely close to what you've been waiting for, as far as like any type of multiple gains, by now, it's an absolute fail for him. His reputation has already been stained. It'll be trash. This year goes by and there's nothing. And I'm not talking about some 1x, 2x, 3x. Like, yo, this is all you could do. You were only able to produce a nondescript nothing, not even go back to all-time high, which is 2x. You couldn't even surpass that. Oh, it's a miserable fail. It's a miserable fail. Fuck your glory attempt and everything. He could never show his face on the internet again, y'all. Because he shat on himself. And he could thank himself for that. You know, when you talk about the history of L1s that came out, look, how did they perform in their first year? Any L1, you've seen the list. You've seen the list. If you care, do the research. The history of blockchains, when they come out in their first year, how did they perform? When they came out in their second year, how did in the first year, you see how they perform. What about the second year? This and that. How do you match that with Pulse? How does Pulse, as far as the metrics of Pulse and their performance? Don't talk to me about how many coins it burned. Nobody cares about how many coins these blockchains burn. It's about how much money everybody who invested in these blockchains earned. You know? So this dude talks to you about some 6 to 12 months, right? Right? Another person telling you, oh man, get ready. This campaign that's about to take place, nobody could tell you nothing more. Because it's a ruse, it's an illusion, it's a marketing ploy, it's a strategy, it's a tactic to tug on your heartstrings, to tug on your emotions, right? To keep you excited, on an illusion, on lies, not to keep you excited and focused on what you're really looking at. It's to take your focus away, distract you elsewhere, to make you believe that the next 6 to 12 months, starting with some bullshit ass car, is supposed to drop devices all over the world where it's rich people, blah, 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 not even all over the world, starting with the US. This is what they're trying to tell you. Go to the richest neighborhoods, blah, 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 and 200,000 devices are supposed to bring green candles and make you the money you want to see. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You're supposed to. You're supposed to. You're supposed to be an agent, a social agent in a way, in my opinion, for real change. Not change for the worse, change for the better. All this stuff he talk about, he espouses to be, is because this is what he knows he cannot become. Not to a state where it's effective and positive long term. You want to talk about delayed gratification. You talk delayed gratification, but you want your gratification to be instant, like it was, you know? $1.6 billion in 6 months. It can't get no more instant than that for a crypto player. You know, EOS, they did what? 4 billion in 1 year? That's instant gratification, right? These people launch, sacrifice, people threw millions at them, hundreds of millions of dollars. That's instant gratification. Everything against what's been on the table, everything against what's been said online by these talking heads, including myself. Oh, delayed gratification, 55, 15 years, 2 months. Look at these charts. Motherfuckers showing you mathematics. That shit don't mean nothing. Because look at everything down to the right. So you like getting 2 cents a day per T-share? When you got nondescript people who did a sacrifice in blackface, tell you to your face. When people like that appear to be right, there's something wrong. To tell you to your face that they don't think Hex or Pulse is going to do anything more than 10x, 20x. And they now looking like they're right? That guy looked like they're right? I thought he was Mr. Pumpernickel himself. It's looking like he knew what he was talking about. Yeah, even the devil can give you the truth. You know? Like the truth comes in many forms and it's consistent. You can lie a million ways, but the truth comes in one form. Not many forms. It comes from many different sources, but it's one form. The lies come in innumerable amount of ways. People will lie to you, deceive you, trick you, do all that. And that's what you find here. Now it's 6 to 12 months, the dude said. The next 6 to 12 months, what do you call that? After the bull cycle. What comes behind that? Right. The bear. It's convenient now to tell you to focus on the next year from this point on. It's very convenient. Because number one, you already know your founder is trash with timelines. And I'm not saying he's the one that delivered that message, but you already know your founder is trash with keeping to dates. Garbage. You're trash individual. And as of right now, man, you just miscreant. You're not even yo, man. You're supposed to have been you given a quality where or let's say you're giving gifts and you misusing gifts that the creator bestowed upon you. That's like a direct slap in the face. Misusing these gifts. You know, some people don't even have limbs and they're still trying to live a quality life. And this fool right here calls himself doing something. He's mentally warped, deranged, dysfunctional, and still has a proclivity to the potential, really. What can you do with potential? Could you buy and sell potential? No, but you could apply it to make great things happen. Talk about you're gonna make a million millionaires. You made a lot of people who had nothing become something, but it did not work to the scale that he's talking about. Miserable fail, and it's been nothing but a miserable fail, right? You bit off more than you could effing chew. So now you got people pushing the goalposts even further and further and further. Now what happened? Before, in June, it was under 2 months. I told y'all. And that timeline fell on first week of August. Nothing happened. Yeah? And some of y'all continued to pretend like you understood the decoding of his bum-ass messages and fake riddles. Oh no, it's August 23rd. Yeah, August 23rd. That's when we're gonna see some stuff. That's when the shipping container will land, and then the magic begins. Nothing happened. In fact, a rug took place. A rug happened on the 23rd. some zero, whatever it was. Yeah, instantly. And the same day. Then on day 238, because y'all just you're so ridiculous with it. You talking about some, oh no, it's not August 23rd, it's day 238. All you can do is laugh, people. Day 238, what happens? Better Bank fiasco. Debauchery. All manufactured, all manipulated. You think these are done by mistake? Going back to this whole thing, I'm going to say, and I'm going to jump on the other thing, and then I got to, go handle my handle. When people talk to you about, oh, yeah, there was an exploit. Oh, there was some kind of hack. Yo, I'm a simple person, bro. Like, I keep shit simple. Keep shit simple for me, man. Does a car work or it doesn't work? Can you drive this motherfucker? Can it take me from point A to point B? Huh? I don't want to know what's under the hood like that. I'm not interested in that, man. I just want to know this thing work. That's a risk I'm taking of getting into a car and going from point A to point B with, not knowing that this engine or this spark plug or this chassis and axle and blah, say blah, these tires, blah, 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 boom, 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 electric versus gas. And just, hey, I'm taking a chance. I'm getting in what I fit in. But when it comes to this code, when you telling me, oh, you developed this is what you did, this and that, and this, and all of a sudden, because this is where audits, they fall short too. In a way, yeah. Audits, you think audits catch everything? Okay. Well, the developer that did the deving and the deving of the deving knows that the deving, if it's the deving is good or the deving is not good, right? Yeah. Right? So the deving of the deving and then the deving of the not deving, and then ultimately you as an end user are told that there was an exploit. The dev didn't see that? The dev was unaware. You're telling me. You're telling me that's how that worked? The dev was unaware of an exploit. The devs, the dev team, everything, Devin, millions and millions of dollars on the table, billions of dollars on the table, and the devs are just unaware about some exploit. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, man. You think the devs are unaware? Oh, there was an exploit. They knew about it before they even, they knew about it before the world knew about it. They just put it out there because people don't care. They put it out there, and then there's this whole troubleshooting. This is how they do some damage control. Oh, we are going to pause. We're going to stop operations for now. Everything frozen, right? What we're going to do behind the scenes is investigate. But just know, everything is safe food. Your funds are safe. Everything is frozen. You feel like you're vulnerable and you butt-ass naked. Every time you read some shit like that you got involved with, that rugged. You feel vulnerable, butt-ass naked, and you cannot bust off. It's a terrible position to be in, yo. All that dream state shit that you were talking about, yo, you making $10 a day, you making $100 a day, you make $200 a day, you making $1,000 a day from some nondescript that has an exploit. When the exploit happens, you feel like absolute, you're butt ass, and nobody can help cover you. You're like the only idiot. And they give you, this is the thing with these people too, right? They give you these announcements with grammatical errors. Come on. They give you these generic announcements. Even an AI, right? Software, a piece of software could write something more proper than what these people give you. That's how much they disrespect. They could care less. Yo, stay tuned. The team is working on it. We'll be right back. And you're left with nothing but your naked existence, feeling vulnerable and violated. But you bought into some code about some day 238. Oh, that's the 238th day in the year. And you know what? Everything is going to work out. Oh, August 23rd. Oh, you know what? Everything is going to work out. Oh, your man said under 2 months. Ooh, you know what that means? Because he's shipping containers in some cargo van. Everything is going to work out. Oh, man. Yeah. How's everything working out? You know how everything is working out? Now you can look forward to the next 6 to 12 months. You see? Because they don't want to focus and tell you. They're going to tell you stuff like, yo, you're being too negative. Just focus on the positive. Mute the people who sound like they're negative. They're trolling. Ghost them. Block them. No. It's not about muting positive, muting negative. It's not about negative and positive, right? It's about truth. It's about truth. Show people what it is, because there's only so much hiding you can do on something that's transparent as a blockchain. There's only so much hiding that you can do. When people start to feel their reality, they start to really experience it versus what you're talking about, what you're showing them on a device. When they start to feel the pain, it becomes a little bit more real. You're telling people now, forget about this bull market. In other words, without saying it, look forward to the next 6 to 12 months of this oncoming bear. In other words, Pulse Chain launched in the bear market. The bull market came, Pulse Chain didn't have its own bull, right? So now you're going to look forward to the next 12 months, next year, 6 months to a year of the next bull, of the next bear market. So whatever you were doing between now and then, just keep doing it, so that you can continuously enrich those who've been here, those who are manipulating, those who are taking you and everyone else in the community for a joke. Because this is only a small group of people that's trying to dominate the narrative. A small group of disingenuous individuals that are trying to dominate the narrative. You want to call them cabal, you want to call them influencers. You've seen the shit they did with the last two and a half years. So none of this of what I'm saying is baseless. This is based on actual factual information that's taking place. Factual grifts, actual just the constant fleecing that's just been taking place. And it's headed by these same people who are desperate, who fucked up, who've been living off Hex to the point where even RH had to just change the whole shit, throw everything out into the future. So whatever you're seeing every day now, it dwindled. So everybody new coming in, they're absolutely fucked staking Hex completely. So how are you supposed to make that attractive? How are you supposed to sell that? But they want more eyes. You're going to disrespect everybody who's been selling. Meanwhile, you produce nothing for them to just really reap the rewards other than selling. Finding a way to just, they want to live off Hex. They bought into that whole idea, got rich off of it. But the only way they can do it is if they keep rolling their stakes. They're going to stake 100 million Hex for a week just so that they can see some constant paper to pay off for their lifestyle. You stopped that shit from happening, right? You didn't like it, so you stopped it. Because who else did it? It wasn't the African priest. It wasn't the whatever pizza delivery person. It was him, because he owns 90% of the operation. And he let that shit rock for maybe, 2 years since the Pulse Chain launch? Then stopped it. Because motherfuckers don't believe in his bullshit no more. They caught on to his shit. That's the problem. They caught on to him and his foolishness. They caught on. That's why I kept seeing all these stakes being done, 100 million, 200 million tokens staking for 14 days. No 55-55, that was BS. No, they were staking short, these big bags staking short so they could fund their lifestyle. Continuously get paid. They don't believe in no delayed gratification. What? You're gonna live for today and get paid. What's necessarily wrong with that though? That's the free, you know. But too many of them were doing it because this dude miscalculated. They're never gonna admit that he made a mistake. Never gonna admit that. Never gonna admit how he showed you that he trying to quote unquote solve that was take the whole thing and put it out. 15 years. Well, who did it? Who did it? No, it's supposed to be decentralized. But how decentralized is that when you got shit like that going on? When you got shit like with the whole thing with the farms and ink, changing the emission rate, but everything decentralized? Fuck out of here. Keep buying into the lies. That's not decentralization. Fuck out of here. Now y'all don't highlight things like that. You know? So now the grift is, you know, not only is everybody, it's not even a grift, everybody expecting him. Everybody who really know that got some sense, they're expecting him to pump everything in his operation. Because people wisened up. Folks have wisened up. And then those who are just deplorable, disgusting human beings, pieces of excrement, pieces of shit all around, will just tell you shit like, yo, I'm bullish, man. Moving forward, next 6 to 12 months, I'm so bullish. They want to feed their addictions in whatever capacity. And whatever that may look like. They could be addicted to food. They could be addicted to getting anally probed. They could be addicted to crack, fentanyl, whatever you call it. But they got to feed their addictions and tell you because they got 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 brainless sheep they call subscribers listening to them. Brainwash them consistently and tell them like, yo, then look forward to the next 6 to 12 months. This marketing campaign is going to be unlike any other starting now. You don't know when it started. It been started. It started December 2019. This is the bullshit these people be telling you. They've been campaigning, and I've been a part of it too. Since December 2019, the whole community been talking about the same shit. But the campaign they talking about will just be the best one ever seen. Bullshit. You just stuck. You see the bull market is right winding down, and you're looking crazy in these streets. So you're gonna distract these people with the bum ass messaging that you're doing to keep them asleep, so they don't see that the post chain shit was an absolute fail. You missed the bull market, so now it's gonna blend into the bear, and you're gonna act like that was your fucking 3D, 4D, maximum dimensional chess game fuckery, and you got your minions pushing the same message. Deplorables, disgusting. Disgusting. You know, the programming is profound, debilitating, and I'm glad I'm leaving this right on the internet, because I didn't launch a sacrifice to fleece anybody. I didn't do anything even remotely close to committing a crime such as pig butchering. Shout out to Identity Block for even doing the research and putting it out there on the internet to talk about the pig butchering that has been taking place in this community by these unsavory human beings, bro. I ain't engaged in all that. I could have too. One guy got on my stream and was like, yeah, and I know it was out of jokes, but still, you're going to tell me, you're going to suggest that I do a sacrifice? One of your favorite streamers. I remember this was last year when I'm like, damn, I didn't do a sacrifice at launch to get, better glasses. I still have janky glasses because it's not me. It's not, I work for a living. Try to take care of what I have with what I have, with my means. I'm not looking to steal and take from people, man. Like these people easily do it. I just have a conscience. These motherfuckers have no conscience. They're void of a conscience. Easily. You see it. You see the examples of what I'm talking about, man. There's examples of the wicked deeds of man and woman and even child. But even a 24-year-old felon criticized your founder and told him to do better. A 24-year-old felon in the community, well known, wrote on a Twitter space, not Twitter space, on a Twitter post, directly to him, told him out that he needs to do better. The founder needs to do better. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. People pushing a goalpost now, telling you about 6 to 12 months, telling you about, oh, this campaign that's coming on is the best that you've ever seen. Meanwhile, people are in pain, right? Folks have been hurting, seriously, to the point where people, right, allegedly are no longer alive because they took their lives in their own hands. So you got all that mud, all that literally blood on your hands, and it's nobody cares. It's like that's a level. That's a level. Of wickedness that you're witnessing and dealing with this individual, man. Don't care, selfish to a level where it's just like, yo, it's unconscionable, yo. But y'all want to keep buying into foolishness, man. They don't even have these individuals, man. Y'all knew two people who unalived themselves. Y'all knew them. You guys don't even have it enough empathy. If you knew them, and you're alluding to the fact that they couldn't take the pressure of the poor performance of the blockchain, and that caused them such an undue amount of stress, where that caused them to potentially unalive themselves. Allegedly, this is what y'all want the world to believe. And you fake supporters, the ones that jump on the timeline, try to offer some condolences and all that. To me, you know what? If you knew these people for a while, you did this, why don't you do something in their honor? Why don't you do something to memorialize them? Huh? Did you mention them in any kind of open forum? Y'all stream all the time. Y'all doing conferences all the time. Did you honor them? And for free, not honor them for a payday. Did you honor them for free? This is the level of debauchery you're dealing with here, y'all. You see? Just because it's just like this for me, man. I'm not a part of that community. I'm a participant in the blockchain, but I'm not a part of that community, y'all. Period. I participate in the blockchain. I don't believe in that founder. This community is a sad representation of what humanity really is. You got good people in the community, though. You got good people in the community that have tried to do some things and maybe even are trying now to do some things. But the majority, the ones that show their faces and have done reprehensible, disrespectful, like, right? Deeds, pretending like they got your back, pretending like they're pushing some type of revolution forward. And in the back, they're telling you to buy the dip. They're telling you to hold on and remain bullish. And behind the scenes, they're selling. They're dumping on your heads. These individuals here want no parts of, y'all. Want no parts of, period. Ones that keep lying to you about believing in some 55-55. Oh, T-share B square, T-share. Everything T-share is supposed to push everything up. So why hasn't the T-share pushed everything up by way of price performance within the last 2.5 years? There's a flaw in the operation, and motherfuckers don't want to admit it. And the flaw got more to do, got enough to do with so many variables, and I'm not gonna put it out there. It's for y'all who care to figure it out. They don't even have the decency, the humanity. You can click up to do a tour. You can click up to do a conference. You can click up to do a stream. You can click up to do sacrifice donations and get money. You can click up to do amicus brief. You can click up to satiate some dude's invisible phallic symbol and get him a car, a cargo, a fake billionaire, a cargo van. You can do all kinds of weirdo shit. Easily, no problem. You want to talk about some stuff, smoking some cigars, no problem. You want to talk about anything going on here, and while you're touring, you're vacationing, you on a yacht, you're doing this, no problem. You want to be on the spaces for hours on end, wasting time, no problem. But when it's to at least show some type of public support, when people have experienced loss, like familial loss, if you know somebody that used to be in the community took their own lives, it didn't even have to do anything with the price performance, but you know, you care, you act like, oh, we a family. Fake family bullshit. Did you publicly do anything to memorialize and honor those people that suffered and are no longer here? Not a damn thing, because they didn't care. They're absent of compassion. They're absent of sympathy. They're absent of empathy. They're void of these things. You're dealing with sociopaths. Okay? You're dealing with narcissistic individuals. You're dealing with human beings that have personality disorders. They cannot connect with you. Some of them are void of conscience. That's why they are alike. That's why they move in tandem. And that's why they favor one another. And when you have folks like myself who speak against it or who try to highlight the foolishness, it's problematic. Because I'm not singing along. I'm not going along with the foolishness. Never will too. You sacrifice your worth. You sacrifice your own personal value. You sacrifice your own just your own embodiment of self-esteem. For what? That's what you have here. That's what you have here. When you see when you look at what you're dealing with, presentation is everything, folks. Presentation is everything, man. You look in the mirror, do you like what you see? So improve some shit. Go improve some shit. If you don't like what you see when you look in the mirror, go, you got work to do. If you care. You have work to do. But there's a common thread that you find, and this is all I'm going to say before I bounce. There's a common thread that you find of appearance of something just there, visible, that's there, that they can't even hide, yo. They can't even hide. And there lies the truth. Like, there's a common thread. When you go, those who understand, it's what it is. If you don't, it's not meant for you to understand. But when you look at these people, and they're publicly visible, and they put themselves out there, and they're talking, and this and that, and streaming this and that, and that, and this, there's a look that they give off. There's an appearance, there's an energy. You can see it in their aura, all of them, all together. You can see it. And it's not very bright. It's just not. Hasn't been. It doesn't mean that they don't have the ability to improve. Everyone has a chance to do better, to grow, right? To change for the better. Everyone has a chance to evolve, to develop, to become more than what they once were. But the grand scheme of things, of everything that you see here, when you watch it, folks, you watch it and you're like, oh, what is this? Yeah, something in your spirit that cringes when you see certain things. You just don't want to admit it. You just want to not only dismiss the truth that you're witnessing, the energy, you want to, and you see the energy is cringe, you want to dismiss it because you want to believe in a 10,000x and act as if the 10,000x is going to come out again, because that's what you want. You want the money, and there's nothing wrong with that. So you're going to dismiss the cringe. You're going to dismiss that evil, dark spirit that you see among these individuals when you watch them talk, and especially when they get together. It's something malevolent right there, y'all. Something. Just these people, let me tell you, man, malcontent, because in their spirit, all they laugh at you and show you, oh yeah, we smile, we're together, and we want everybody to be great, but the actions don't support what they say. And what many of you do, you dismiss what your intuition tells you because you're thinking about a 10,000x in your mind, and you invite that malevolent poison into your world to infect you. And next thing you know, all you're doing and thinking about is when pump, when 10,000x, when this and that and this, because you allowed yourself to be open, receptive, and now vulnerable to the invasion, the intrusion, the invasive nature, right, of these parasites who are panhandling their nonsense to you, thinking that you need them, thinking that you need them more than you need yourself. That's why you can't help but remain glued to everything that they're saying, because you lost yourself in the bullshit. Wake up, y'all.